I am Big-ish.
Enoch.
Eric.
Ima.
Okay, welcome to our new studio with our new setup.
New setup. Everything is brand new.
We are investing. Okay, so on today's episode, we are going to talk about corporate versus self-employment.
Nice one.
So I think this is a great topic. Like I think we all work in corporate, right?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Corporate Italy.
Okay, so let's start with a simple question. Right now we are all in corporate, but in the long run, do you see yourself still working in corporate? And I say you will lean towards self-employment.
I believe everybody's dream is to be his own boss, but not everybody.
You'll be a
Also, in the last video, I think, there is this goal to be your own boss, to be financially free to the sense like well between the OPBR.
But you know, when we talk about self-employment, and I think that there is a misconception. We all see it say if you are self-employed, you have your business, like you have a lot of money, you don't do nothing. But when we say almost self-employed, they work like 12, 14 hours per day.
Yeah.
How much 8 hours are?
9 to 5.
Yeah, I 9 to 5 no. But if you are self-employed, say BB is here, try not to do not only ever fail.
But IT, a business, they be a better.
Okay.
But that's one of the reasons why being an entrepreneur, because when you talk about self-employment, you're talking about entrepreneurship. Why are you laughing? Did I mispronounce? Please, how do you say it?
I don't know. Talk about that.
Okay. Yeah, because being an entrepreneur is not simple. It has a lot of risks involved.
And I said, if you look even on the money aspect, if you are in a company, if you are self-employed,
But that's why I'm saying it's risky.
Yeah, risky.
I didn't say that's a tutto a simple.
Rose
Fiore.
But did they
Flowers
probably
and roses.
No, and we have to think, on a bigger scale because if I'm thinking about building my own company, I need Italy.
you can do it here, but I think
could try
in other countries it's easier.
Mr. Big issue, no, or on this thing, or that knowledge.
I think that personally, we live in a generation where everybody's goal is getting into entrepreneurship, and there is these fufa gurus that are selling that everybody has to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Few people knows what really takes to be outside of self-discipline, ability to have a vision, to create something and then develop it, that it create values in the society, in the place. Then you add value by acquiring people or hiring people to support this vision to become something successful. As you guys were saying at the beginning, it's not an easy task. It's very, very, very tough. So I always say that we have to understand that people that don't want to risk nothing in life prefers corporate or prefer doing work for someone, which is good because there are some corporate that pays really, really great. Just
Like responsibilities require less.
no, let me land.
I play.
In places there are companies like Nvidia where there are people who are already millionaires but still working. It's always goes around what you are doing. I think the most important thing that we all have to recognize is that there is satisfaction in working for yourself, but it's working for yourself or being self-employed. It's a calling. It's not
calling.
Exactly.
The fact is simple. Saying I'm not for good or more courses and stuff. No, I don't think we can all be entrepreneurs.
Yes.
But I think it also
That's what I
depends
mean,
a lot on the field, because if you are self-employed in content creation, I think it's different from being self-employed in selling, like opening a shop or something like that. Like a different.
Yeah.
Can we define like having your own store, stuff like that, as being an entrepreneur?
Yes. Because you create value to
And
something.
what?
You create value.
Let me say,
Wait. Does it create?
Say who be
In English teacher will remember then you will start to school, brother.
even they say, Omo Pama, you are self-employed.
Yeah. But then that means that we have more, like, I feel like I see more self-employed people than corporate people.
Hey, no. Just one company. Nipa Hinekun.
Hey,
And look at how many stores are around.
Okay.
Bro, okay.
So now let's focus. Let's focus. Let's focus. Okay.
Focus. My friend,
Make it flow.
let it flow.
I'll create naming. Okay. So now let's analyze, the pros and cons in corporate life.
Okay.
What's the process?
Cons.
And take one in here. What did you add?
Okay. So do you have a list, or should we give you the list? Okay.
What did you mean?
You give us.
Okay. If we you heard positive you heard positive aspects now.
We see pros and cons after the positive
Except
aspect.
now pros and
So I'm going to listen in English.
Okay, so pros and
cons.
since I'm not here, we have job security.
Okay.
And we have the
Depending on the
benefits.
contracts.
Yeah, then we have the benefits.
Depending on the contracts.
Then we have sometimes a clear career path.
Depending on the contract.
And then sometimes and yet the BI you have work-life balance.
Depending on the
So now go to the negative aspect. Who are only now my campus now we have limited flexibility.
Okay.
Then we have lower earning potential.
That's it.
Lower earning potential.
Okay.
Then we have job market struggles for corporate job.
Okay.
Then lastly we have bureaucracy and hierarchy.
But they can't ask, they can't say.
Bureaucracy
And
hierarchy.
hierarchy.
What's that? You make a baby man. You must say,
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm going to say, depending on the contract. I do agree, but yet 100% because if you're in a company, I don't say make a first, you have guaranteed or fair or your permit to maintain for tuning. Unim said, who could man find a monthly so you bet you okay.
So you're self-employed, so now we will do something at the end of the month to bring your
yeah, can corporate so
we see.
No, we are discussing about corporate.
I think when it comes about corporate, as you said, there's more security. There is more plan. You can think in the future. Always based on your contract, you can move.
Wait me up planning.
We can plan about say,
but you can move according to
and you can move
Because when say every month we pay, say in a baba, you can move according to.
But I think there is, as I was saying before, there is a rare risk with entrepreneurship, and you all have to understand that.
You're talking about corporate. What does entrepreneurship have to do with it?
Okay, so she say you have a positive and negative aspect.
Mama can say we
Land. They be Elando MXP. Milano Madrid.
bruh.
No, too quiet.
Too quiet.
We don't go holidays.
We have Milano Malpin, so we have Oreo Alsari, we have Bergamo, we have Linate, we have Bologna, we have Concord, we have Fiumicino, we have.
Bisanson wo tukanda.
Yeah, we used to live actually.
Or we go in the room.
Me we go airport.
Where is Oreo Alsari?
Bergamo BG.
Commissioner.
So I'm going to fish.
Nah, let's keep on going.
Okay, so land.
Me person me kasa me free stratosphere.
Rocket.
Me Starlink.
Okay, so now let's discuss, positive and negative aspects.
I think the self-employment, the pros and the cons.
Okay.
Pros, freedom.
But isn't there a difference between self-employment and entrepreneurship?
What's self-employment?
If you are self-employed, that means you have
Self-what?
employed.
Okay.
Until
Sorry, I didn't hear well.
you to become self-employed, you have to have
The mindset of an entrepreneur.
entrepreneur.
Okay.
Because entrepreneurs are self-employed. You get it? Okay.
That's a cat.
Beh, se tu che hai fatto la domanda, cosa cazzo c'entri?
Okay.
Freedom. The pros.
Freedom as in like.
And that's what I want to know, because freedom
Can I
has
say as well?
set your own hours, work from anywhere, be your own boss. So be your own boss, because a lot of people say I am my own boss. You are not your own boss.
You are.
Are you sure?
You're not your own boss, listen.
Are you sure?
I think so.
I know.
What?
So you take
You're
it
the one
to
being
boss.
yourself.
For example, Elon Musk, when he founded PayPal, he was kicked out of the work.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he was his own boss.
Yes.
So it's
He
not
was,
you are.
He was part of the board.
No.
He
In that company,
That's when we're talking about
And say,
Hey,
he say, hey, what happened? Say,
Why-
say,
why-
say, you are your own boss in A.
No.
But you see, we can
Yeah, you're
fire
own.
you.
No,
Say
no,
those-
No.
You say, very, I'm fire
If
you.
I-
It's simple. Okay, one final say, me and Ishmael, you create a business, right?
Yeah.
Now,
One for you.
train. Ni any of
What's
board.
that?
You founded it.
Yeah,
That's what goes with that one.
your quarter 50-50. And your board contain
Yeah.
Okay. Lui è il CEO, io sono il CFO.
Yeah.
Tu sei il
the board-
CEO,
the
sei
board-
tu.
you're not- I know how he goes.
E la insieme. Se
As well,
se a votazione noi decidiamo che lo licenziamo da CEO a company e NDA do 50%, ma non può operare come CEO.
You are still your own boss. Or maybe you already do, but
Then you are not your own boss, you own a company.
se sono decisioni da prendere. Se io mi occupo della
Se io
parte,
sono 51%,
Se fai il consiglio di amministrazione, è il consiglio di amministrazione che decide,
Ok.
non il
Qua c'è un
fondatore.
consiglio,
You
qua
have
c'è un
51% of
consiglio.
the
Fermo,
shares.
aspetta, se io qua faccio editing, lui fa thumbnail, tu fai script.
Ho mettere.
Esatto, e uno di noi decide di andarsene o gli altri lo licenziano. Hai perso un componente fondamentale. Non penso che tu parti subito.
Ma you can replace
Sì, grazie, però uno ci pensa
Ok,
subito.
ora che fare?
Qualification.
No, e comunque non è che
Faccio
se
io.
noi siamo 25 e decidiamo che vogliamo buttare fuori Ema.
Se due dicono di sì, due dicono di no.
No, se o non voti perché ho il titolo del
I
caso.
still have the right to vote.
No,
Waiting their movie.
però il discorso qual è? Se poi dopo Escabani c'ha o peggio il 25%, però nelle scelte non ha più posizione.
Still, being your own boss doesn't mean they can't fire you. So being your own boss, time I open away to my
So okay. Where I work now, we have the president.
Where you there?
So he's not the
You work.
I work.
Because we work, come in with you and anything.
My
It's
place
not
of
like
work,
today's.
we have the president. He's not the CEO. He's the president. Then we have the board of directors. I believe that each one of them has some voting rights.
Yes.
But I don't believe that that kind of board of
directors.
directors has the power to say no. We don't want this kind of president. We have to kick him out.
Yeah, it happens.
No.
It happens.
You can't kick out.
It
depends.
You can kick out the CEO, not the president.
He has the
Perché
60% of the
the president è un ruolo istituzionale che
You can kick him.
Dipende come sono pianificati. Se.
You can kick
dipende
him.
dal tuo organigramma.
They cannot.
Well, we said he literally owned it with his sons, but his sons can actually kick him out.
Yeah.
It happened.
Nope.
Immediately. It's
Masa, Marimio.
now someone make me show what they.
Sorry,
Sorry, no, sorry. I was just educating.
no problem.
Okay. So now let's keep going. I'll say freedom and any potential when you're self-employed. Like say, when you're self-employed,
Depends on the market.
you
Depend on which category, because for example in Italy you have to pay a lot of tax.
49%.
This category this is.
Dal settore.
Da quelli già te
Sì, esatto, quelli c'ha te, esatto. Però hai 49% vista di tasse. E poi, then you have,
How are you supposed
Still, earning potential they are higher.
then you have
corporates.
some tax benefits.
There are some corporates people
But there
who
are
are making a lot of money.
much more risks.
Perché sai
More
che,
risks.
sai che in Italia poi sulle tasse c'è il regime forfettario se è un'azienda. Quindi magari se ho a l'ente dell'azienda.
Leasing,
You have a lot of risk. It involves
But-
a lot of risks.
On the negative aspects, we have no guaranteed income.
And let's separate, because for a lot of people also understand that, also think that entrepreneurship doesn't have that big risk, because a lot of people think that, oh, at the end of the day maybe the money or something that I invested that goes away, but if you go down bad, everything that you make in your life will go and pay for that.
Yeah.
To say that it doesn't.
And I don't think that when you know.
No, because right now how they are selling entrepreneurship, it seems that
That's a
it's
simple.
it's
Well,
simple and
I
easy.
believe that is due to the social media influence that it makes it
Yeah.
seem easy.
But you know,
Yeah, that's
Yeah, social media.
Adieba kwa
social media.
It's called Gulusalaisis.
Social media.
How do you say it's called Gulsala?
Adieba kwa want to say when you are setting up a company, your SCPA, società per azioni, and then we have SRL.
Responsibility.
We have SAS.
Limitato.
Yeah, so if you have to create a company, then this is the best thing, because SRL is the money you put in the company.
Sigaro di shame in Kwana.
Sigaro di shame when you are
Remember,
responsible.
remember that at least, like, if we here we form an SRL,
No, but someone is serious, like I'm in a munye. So-
one has to be responsabilità non cioè senza
Totale,
senza
se,
limite,
totale.
yeah, se like sempre by everything about
esatto,
you,
e gli altri sono, però in quel caso lì, ad esempio quello che tu dicevi prima, no? Non puoi cacciare il presidente, no? Quello che ha responsabilità totale non lo puoi
Non
cacciare,
puoi cacciare. Però
perché voi altri siete soci dormienti.
l'altra cosa più sensata sarebbe una SRLS. Nell'SRLS invece, allora in quel caso, nessuno risponde col proprio patrimonio, mai. E Scania o compagni in linguaggio risponde con l'SRLS. Società responsabilità limitata semplice.
Però la gente molto, ad esempio quelli ricchi usano l'SS, società semplice.
Sì.
Le intestano tipo a una casa,
Esatto.
tipo hanno degli estate, per dire la Dicembre, che è quella che è di Exor,
Sì.
gli Agnelli, che hanno un SS da
Sì.
5 miliardi di dollari.
Cioè tu crei una società veicolo a cui poi intesti l'SRLS.
Quindi, like, with ebia certain rules, ebia se non caso, ebia ma only ebia è ancora un mio sangue così via, siamo via. Comunque c'è un quei dia non casa in mane.
So in all this, what would
Why is foolish inside?
Fare un example.
in all this,
Yeah,
what
okay,
what
so-
would you choose in the future? You still go with entrepreneurship?
I think me, I'm building myself in corporate to have the knowledge and understanding.
Thank you.
Finally,
If it is the will of God.
Okay, NTC
Okay,
NTC say yeah, nipa for today. So I can say we compare. Would you be on
right now, your current knowledge and mind,
Chinkudiciani is too early for me.
I don't know.
I think
not a nice idea. Now plan B was here.
Knowledge.
And it's not also. It can also be that it depends on where we are
in life.
Yeah. Because next 5-10 years, the good one will be you
don't have the strength.
And it's not I don't have the strength. For my family, thinking wise, no, I'm not really going to say, oh, I feel I'm a but if you are right now there, I may risk it. Sister,
if you here and now we extra time is a company.
So one
in the future well.
No, right now, Nankaibia, it can work because you don't you don't have a responsibility. Like,
but we don't have the knowledge.
You don't have.
Yeah, right now we don't have the knowledge.
Because we are still building it.
What's your 26?
Yeah, the earlier you start, the better it is.
Yeah.
The earlier
because
starts.
Me personally, whenever I say you sit touching the channel, you touching the channel over Farai. Baby, I'm very enjoy me.
Yeah, that's why my days are 5-10 years old.
5-10 years.
Say, bro, who could get it? So what do you?
I think I got 30.
Me, I feel I'm get 20.
Muna mo keka ko 30.
But you're meant to age so. Stop lying.
Maybe 18 years.
Stop lying.
Yes, no. Però secondo me o prima o dopo. But
18.
Yeah, like 25 to 30 years is when you have.
Se arriva a quel punto, dove anche se c'è la famiglia e tutto, però c'hai l'idea, c'hai il capitale. E sei pronto per farlo.
And you have a supportive partner.
You
have a supportive partner.
Are you willing to work 15 hours per day while you have a wife and kids at home?
But c'è potential ne power quando
dici così ma non lo farà mai.
Oh, bro, se prendi per esempio 2K, c'è la possibilità con un'idea del genere di fare 4K al mese.
Che idea? Dipende tutto dall'idea.
Se mi
Dipende tutto dall'idea.
Oh, make ready. We are not there yet.
No question. So yeah, we are talking about entrepreneurship, right? Obi our OnlyFans. Or entrepreneur.
Yeah. What is OnlyFans?
Ashawo.
But mention
okay.
That site no. So they are shower.
2025.
Ashawo is the oldest work in the world.
Almost your tax entrepreneur. Almost your tax entrepreneur.
Yeah, understand.
So you can be an Ashawo.
Make us a show.
What do you do on that?
OnlyFans
it's a platform to sell your content. It's content
it's for adult content.
Video. Art, cooking.
I'm gonna say Nipana pay to watch those contents no na more problem.
Yeah.
Me 5 euro but I say me it just charge me 7 dem.
Can we talk about?
What do you mean by you might just told me that people post.
Now me could just can make a few steady and enemy.
That's not going to go ahead.
And then
content creator be how follow no.
Okay, I think say this episode is
thank you.
So
be your own boss.
No,
but not right now.
Be your own
or
boss.
be incorporated.
Thank you. So wait for
climb
the
the ladder
and don't stress too much.
Climb
the ladder.
What's the name?
No.
What's the name? Climb the ladder. Oh wow. Say okay. What do you make about me?
Okay, so let us know your opinion in the comments. Yeah, tell them
We are not there yet.
We have the mindset. We don't have the capacity right now.
We don't have the capacity.
As we don't have the capacity.
As we don't have the capacity.
Akasikano waka.
Comment.
Sikano.
Comment, like it.
What's your
share.
currency?
Over financing me.
The ideas and the capacity.
Enti na me pa jo mo nyina se obi ade. Sika kakra be ba na.
Maybe edwuma no.
Maybe get you. Thank you. Remember shares.
It's profit in the bar.
Yeah, we got the shares and the profits.
Gang gang.
Thank you. See you in the next
Follow,
episode.
like, comment, share.
Bye.
Bye.